All right, this is Daniel with POVPOOL, and it's Sunday, November 1st, and I'm sitting here with Joey Chin. Joey, say
How's it
hello.
going, people?
Joey is a cue maker, and he's, I don't know, he's kind of getting started with,
Slowly.
his private enterprise called JC Custom Cues. And we wanted to share some pictures. He actually has cues with him, but he just took them to the car, so we're going to kind of wing it with the pictures that we took today. If you want to get in touch with Joey Chin, he does cue repair and maintenance as well. If you guys want to become a regular customer to Joey, he's a good guy.
Just give me a call.
Yeah, and he's done a lot of work with Ariel Carmelli. I'm going to interview him, and we're going to ask him some questions. And kind of get familiar with him. But if you're in the Southern California area, or even if you're in the country and you want to talk to him about getting a custom cue made, you can contact Joey. You can call him directly at 626-232-9065, or you can catch him at his email,
chingoku1120@yahoo.com.
You said it better than I ever would. So anyway, I just want to quickly share a few pictures of some of Joey's work. We took these pictures today. Now this...
the Tiffany diamond trim ring.
Yeah, the diamond trim ring is very reminiscent of your schooling with Ariel Carmelli, correct?
Yes. We have a tendency to use the same trim rings for some cues, but I am trying to work on getting a bit more different trim rings depending on the cue, what flows better, what gives it a nicer match.
Mm-hmm. This is a really nice looking cue. Actually, the one we're looking at now, which is Purple Heart Ebony, and
it's actually Juma.
It's Juma.
Yes.
Okay.
All the white inlays are Juma. The 4 high Purple Heart points have black and natural veneer, and the short ebony points have a single natural veneer. It's 8 points, ebony form, Purple Heart butt sleeve, and Juma joint, Juma butt sleeve. All the diamonds and inlays are made out of Juma, which is very similar to ivory, except you don't have the hassle of ivory. And it cuts down cost also.
I really like these points, though. They pop. The purple really pops with the with the ebony.
Contrast. I like to see a light and a dark. Because when the cue's just dark all the way around, you don't really get to see the cue itself.
And I notice here you use a 3/8 10 pin.
Yes.
Yeah.
All our pins are 3/8 10, unless something custom is wanted. We also do unilock, radial, 5/16 14, a few other styles.
This one here's this one's kind of a plain Jane that you made.
Yes. This is a 6-point break cue. This is actually my personal break cue.
Oh, okay.
It's ebony on ebony. We had curly maple points we cut into the forearm, and then we recut ebony points into the curly maple to give it that look.
I see. Okay, yeah, there is a point here.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not referencing the right picture.
That one's actually the red heart cue.
Oh, that's the red heart cue?
Yeah, that's ebony and red heart. It's a 4-point.
Yeah, you see the red cue there. Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, it's a hoppy style, real nice and simple.
Yeah.
Something different. So after a while, all the cues start to look the same.
Yeah.
So I try and be a little
You really
different.
feel like that?
Sometimes they are.
Yeah.
I mean, people do the same 4 points, same colors,
Yeah.
things like that, but I like to give a little bit more contrast.
So, yeah, your main thing is, that's something I noticed about your cues, is that you really kind of focus on contrast.
Contrast and flow of the cue. It has to have the right match. You can't
Okay.
just throw anything in it and expect it to look nice. And the colors have to coordinate. There's got to be a nice pattern. And there's got to be a general flow to the cue.
How did you start off making cues? What was it about cue making that you were attracted to?
I got tired of trying to save up to buy a cue. So
That's one good way to get into
when
it.
Ariel said, "Hey, I'm going to teach you how to make cues," I was all for it. I jumped at the chance. I started doing it in 2007, and I've been doing it ever since.
That's 8 years now.
Yeah. Been in the shop Monday through Friday.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So you already knew Foch Garcia, correct?
Yes.
And Foch was already kind of working with Ariel,
Yes,
right?
he
So
was.
did you get through with Ariel through a referral? or kind of
I've
like
actually known Ariel
you
since
already knew
he
Ariel?
worked
Okay.
at Best Billiards
I see.
through a mutual friend, and we got talking, and I would show up at the shop and watch him do stuff, and started changing tips for him and helping him sand shafts and cut shafts. And after a while, I just started getting my own wood and started building my own cue.
Do you have a favorite wood that you work with?
Depends on the hit. Each, like ebony, cocobolo, maple, they all have a very specific kind of hit to them. So I like to feel the ball more. So usually ebony, actually all three woods, I don't mind. I can play with any of them. Preferably, I do like ebony.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. Ebony with either cocobolo or maple or something nice contrast. I love that hit. It's got a very, very solid hit. Cocobolo as well, very solid. It's got a higher tone to it. Ebony tends to have more of a thud to the hit. Cocobolo is a little bit higher in tone, and then maple is much higher tone. But sometimes it feels too light.
Okay. I want to take a look at this other cue. I really like this cue. Speaking of cocobolo.
Yeah, that's cocobolo and bird's eye. Bird's eye form, 8 cocobolo points, high and low, both with black maple and black veneer, and really, really nice cocobolo butt sleeve, and a trim ring I came up with. Just glued some of the veneers together, and we made a billet. And it just came out real nice, and it matches the points. It's actually a cocobolo ring with the black maple veneers inlaid into the ring.
I noticed too that you've been getting into these wraps and stuff too. You're
Some
selecting
like,
some nice wraps for the cues too.
The wraps have to go with the cue. You can't just throw something in there and expect it to look nice. I mean, it was a really nice brown piece of lizard. The color was close to the cocobolo, so it gave it a nice match. And it was a really nice wrap. Some people like the textured wrap. Some people like wrapless. Some people like linen. Just it all depends on either personal preference or what looks really nice on the cue.
So like, you're open for business basically now. You're ready to go. Like
Pretty
if
much.
somebody wants to make a custom order.
I'm always open to taking orders. For the most part, I get a cue in my head and I just decide to build it. Most of my cues are one of a kind. Very rarely do I copy a cue. So if you do pick one up, it will be the only one that looks like that.
Awesome. And about how many a year are you like thinking about getting into? Like 20, 30, 50,
I
100?
honestly don't have a true set number. I keep making them.
Yeah.
And every one of them I've been really happy with. People love the hit.
Yeah.
And anything that needs to be done to it to change it, make the customer more happy, I'll do it. Unless it's something just a ridiculous request.
Yeah. How about shaft technology? Are you kind of like...
Shafts, we handpick all our shafts. Just plain, nice, rock-hard maple. Very little grain, unless you want a shaft with grain. For the most part, people like the bright white shafts. And they're pretty stiff. Our cues hit pretty stiff, so...
Right.
I'd say they're probably close to the equivalent of a Predator. Maybe just a hair under.
Okay.
But hit-wise...
It's pretty good.
Very solid.
And these are not laminated either.
No. Solid maple shafts.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Do a half-inch ferrule. Usually standard, we put a triangle tip on them. But if somebody requests something different, I can always get a tip for them.
Okay. All right. Well, Joey, I wish you the best of luck, man.
Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it.
I've always admired everything you come into the room with. I'm like, wow, this is nice. It kind of makes me want to get into making my own cues because I can't afford your.
You got to be creative with it. I mean, you can't just keep making the same stuff over and over because after a while, it's like, okay, there's nothing new you can do.
Yeah.
So I try and make everything from plain Jane cues, sneaky Pete's, 4-point, 6-point, and 8-point cues.
Yeah.
I will start trying to make a line of break cues as well.
Yeah. That's nice.
Because if they can take my break, then they're gonna work. For most
Joey's
people,
got a monster break for you guys out there. If you ever get into action with Joey, well, I don't want to knock him. But I also want to thank you, Joey, because you agreed to help us out with a charity event that's coming up.
Not a problem. I'm gonna put something together for you guys in December.
Yeah, that's right. In December, we're doing a live stream of the Golden Q Billiards Holiday Wish charity event, and Joey.
Definitely gonna try and make it down there.
Yeah, he's going to be our featured custom cue maker for this event, and he's going to donate a cue for us to raffle to one of you lucky players or one of you lucky people that buy a raffle ticket. Yeah, and it's all going to charity, folks. So, Joey,
come on down and support.
Yeah, exactly. Please come on down and support custom cues, repairs, and maintenance by Joey Chin at JC Custom Cues. Dude, thanks a lot, man.
Anytime, man.
I'm sorry you got knocked out of the tournament today.
Hey, it's a long day. I mean, you got to grind it out. I mean, it's tough. I mean, I played Tang, and I had chances, and it just came back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a learning experience constantly, so.
Cool. More from Joey over the next couple of months, all right? We're gonna actually take a couple of his cues and show them to you.
I'll bring the suitcase
for reals.
next time.
The camera that I use I'm waiting for my 6S Plus to come in so I can take better pictures.
There you go.
All right, guys. You guys have fun, and we'll be back with another match shortly on the first Sunday, November. Thanks a lot for watching, and thanks to Joey Chin.
Not a problem. Thank
Custom. You want to shout out anyone?
Just everybody, keep your head down and keep following through.
I like that. Keep your head down. Keep following through. Keep loving pool.
Yep.